Oh,
What's up, guys? Today we have the chessboard here, and we're gonna have just the knights out, and we're gonna go over how the knight's movement works. And I know a lot of you might have played chess before, and you've probably been really confused by these pieces. And they're one of how do I rotate them, how do I get them out or around. And starting off, the best tips. These are always the starting squares, and you'll have this square. This will be C3, and this will be F3. And these squares right here are all the main squares for the knights. So when you're playing a chess game, 70 to 80% of the time you're going to be wanting to put your knights in these squares. And they also have these squares here, each of them. But it depends on the situation, but most of the time it's better here because the reason being is, look, the center here, your knight's protecting these two, your knight's protecting these two. And chess is all about controlling the center. And say I bring both my knights out here, if I bring both my knights out here, right, I'm only controlling these two squares compared to you controlling these squares. So just in two moves, you're already controlling more of the board, and you're going to be able to control how the game goes because you control the board. And also, never, I think what they call them, knights are rim on the dim. You never want to put your knights out like this. And sometimes it's okay. Sometimes you might be like, okay, I want to rotate it around and do something like that. But knights are always rim on the dim. If you're bringing it out on the center instantly, and say this other guy's bringing his knights out here, you're not even going to be defending his knights at all from jumping in the center. And then he's just going to take over the game from there on, hitting this square, all of these squares, and while you're sitting out here. And by the time you try getting to here, they're gonna have pawns. They're gonna already have pawns hitting you, blocking you away, pushing you right out. And another thing is rotating the knights too. If I have my knight here, one of the best ways is always confusing. I'm like, I want to get to this white square right here, right next to me, and it looks hard. I'm like, oh, how do I? This square right next to me, and the way to do it, you start at the square. So this is the square I want to get to. And I'll do a knight move, 1, 2. Oh, I could do it just like that. And if it's always good to do it backwards, and then I could see that I could do that. Because if you try doing it forward, you're gonna have too much trouble. Going backwards a lot easier. And say let's this square right here, I think this will be or the square below me might be a harder square to get to. So I'm gonna go here, here. It doesn't look like it works. If I'm gonna start here, here, and here, there we go, I found a way. So I could go up here, and get right down there. Instead of if I started here and I'm just gonna go here, and it's just too confusing going forward instead of backwards. But yeah, knights are very powerful pieces, and them together with the queen are very powerful. Some of the examples, if you have a queen here, the best way whenever you're with the king, you just want to copy its move. King makes this move, you make that move. King makes that move, you just keep following it, the same move it makes. And eventually, the king's gonna run out of spots to go. And you don't want to move, you don't want to stalemate it, so that's when you're gonna start bringing your knight in, you know?